2022 Pan America issue with the fuel pump.
Quantum fuel systems, this bad boy here. The heat deflectors. Connector right there.
If Buckner could do it, free and ready to come out.
Hey.
Pulling that C-clip.
Yeah. Aha. Got our new fuel pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to put her back on.
Going back together. What's up, CROOKS Moto crew? Welcome back to the channel today. Got Dave Buckner here. We're gonna work on his 2022 Pan America. There's a pretty widely known issue with the fuel pump. They're going out, not working.
I started noticing my fuel pump screaming at me when I would kick over the ignition. As I'm riding the bike, there's like a constant high-pitched ring. Pretty good indicator that you need a new fuel pump. They're going about every 10,000 miles or so. I could take it to the dealer, have them do it, pay them, but if it's something I'm gonna have to be doing pretty regularly, like let's just figure out how to do it on our own.
We're gonna dive into the Pan America, replace this fuel pump, show you guys how to actually do it.
Should be all good. I watched the video on YouTube how to do it.
Let's get into it, guys. Let's get this Pan America rocking. Let's go. So the 22 Pan America, pretty rad. Dave loves this bike. I think the Pan America, at least in the Rev Max world, is pretty dang cool. We're gonna go over the tools that you need to get this job done, dig into the fuel tank, get this fuel pump replaced. Probably something you guys at home should know how to do.
So as far as the cause, the OEM pumps are Bosch fuel pumps, right? Which are really good brand. These models have been used on multiple different models of bikes and don't have the same issue. So I don't think it's the fuel pump itself. People are saying that because 21 to 23 Pan Ams came with unlined fuel tanks, maybe something reacting with the ethanol in the gas, causing some corrosive little bits, clog up the fuel strainer and ruin the pump. Could be that. 24 and up models have the lined tanks, but people are still having the same problem. Something's going on. People are saying use like fuel stabilizer, use octane booster, run non-ethanol gas whenever you possibly can. There's a bunch of different guys that figured out some things. So I'm just gonna try and do all these things, see if I can get more mileage out of this next fuel pump, but who knows?
All right, guys, we got parts.
Quantum fuel systems sells a kit. There we go. So here's the quantum
pump.
I went by the Harley dealer and there's a new part number for the fuel strainer that attaches to the pump. It's significantly bigger than the OEM, and that's this bad boy here. 10 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter wrench, screwdriver for electrical connectors. I got some electrical connector little pliers here. So if we can squeeze these in there, that might make it easier.
A couple metric tools and a couple SAE tools. We'll let you guys know as we're getting through pulling stuff apart what you're gonna need where.
Sometimes it doesn't do it, sometimes it does. We'll see what happens here. That wasn't bad. I've heard it literally go like, you know what I mean? And that's how you know, like.
So if you start hearing it do weird startup noises, just priming the fuel pump, that's an indicator.
Definitely.
Sick. All right, let's get this rocking.
All right, T30, and it's for these bolts here for the heat deflectors. So the normal way you would pull off the tank is to undo this bolt, and then you take the tank off from back here. But the internet, there's a guy was saying that the better thing to do is to take these off and you pull the whole assembly out. That'll create a lot more room for when we get underneath there to disconnect the electronics.
So you're gonna need a long T30
to
be able to get that other one on the inside there.
There's this guy in the front. The quick release on the fuel line. There's a little collar. I don't know if you can get under here, but behind this cover, there's a little collar. You push in the collar, that should just pop right out.
Yeah, so you're pushing in the collar and then pulling out the actual fuel line there.
Bam.
Nice.
There we go.
That disconnected. Check valve is out.
So we'll pull that out. The dude on these is so easy to pull off this bearing.
Yeah, like, you just
dude,
yanked it.
More of this, please, Harley. This is awesome.
Yeah.
We have the electronics line for the fuel sender that needs to come out, or the chingadera. connector right there, the gray tab.
And see guys, it's just right down there on your frame. Pro tip, move your handlebars to the right. So the tab, you pull the gray tab out of the clip and then you push down on it like a plastic tab. That opens the release to pull it out.
Yeah, we should have a segment. Buckner can do it.
If Buckner can do it, you can do it. All right, so we just pulled the hard line that's all the way up here out of this guy. Yeah, you just pull it out, easy enough.
Easy.
So that's loose. Your little overflow tube is connected to it, so those are loose now. So you didn't even have to take the top cover off.
Good to know for next time.
Now we know, because if you would have taken the top cover off just to take those overflow lines out, you would have just pulled them out here and you would have pulled it out of there. So now we have those free. I just make sure that you don't have, that any of these aren't zip tied to your frame or anything like that. So when you pull up on the tank, all this stuff, these three things are free and ready to come out.
The next step is we have these 10mm bolts, one on this side, one on that side, and they're at different angles, and we'll see that better when we pull the tank off. But
so these are the front two tank bolts. Yep. They're actually holding the tank to the frame.
I put my socket on a little wiggler extender.
If you've learned anything from us, it's not been technical terms, but we do try to, try to self-correct when we figure it out, but.
Or you can just have fun laughing at me in the comments. Hey, look at that.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's just right up there, guys. There's a little hole. You'll just get up in there. That was with that 10 mil, yeah?
Yeah.
10 mil, the wobble extension.
And then this one, this one's way easier to get to. The other one was the harder one. Good, we started with the harder one. All right, so the last step, and the reason why we pulled these bolts instead of using this one is because you can pull this whole thing up, right? Instead of just, so this would kind of be in the way for what we need to do next. So we already have the fuel line disconnected, so there's no need to worry about this. But if you come over on this side, you can see there's a electrical connector for the fuel pump, and it's got that little red lock on it. And I hear the thing to do is to pull it back. Okay, so we unlock it there, and then we push down on this tab, and it should come right out. A little fiddly, but felt something move.
Nice.
Aha!
Nice.
Great success.
Here's the connector, guys. So you had to, pop
slide
that tab?
Slide the red lock back, and then you push down on the black tab, and then it will pop out.
Okay, so there it is. There we go. So you got to get your check valve, and you're just gonna gracefully pull that out.
Yeah.
Boom, tank is off.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so next thing, flip the gas tank over. Now, Dave was the homie and made sure to run majority of his gas before doing this job.
Yeah, there's only a couple drops left in there. There's like barely nothing in there.
Get the gas out. It's gonna help you lifting that thing up. Now we're taking the fuel door out. That's what,
This is a 25.
T25.
25 for this.
Now, as I know from M8s and other Harleys, be careful with the fuel door screws because they're just notorious for breaking.
All right, this is a first time for me, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, so if there's one thing with fuel pumps, guys, you always have to kind of like work them, turn them to get them out. They're in there in a very precise way. They come out, sometimes you gotta pull a little bit. Nice, look at that.
Wow. Okay, there's the old O-ring. I wonder if we can reuse that. I don't know, they say not to, but you know.
Yeah, we'll probably get that little connection off. Okay, we also have this little ground on that C-clip, so push that down.
Put him in a safe place. This is like critical. That little tiny clip, dude.
Nice.
Bam. Oh, there's multiple. I got two, and if you get those other two. Okay. Oh, yeah, you were right. Totally. Okay, bam.
Yeah, so make sure you guys disconnect the wire here, the plug,
and the ground.
There's just like a little tab. You just push it down and pull it out. And then the 4 plastic connection tabs. So that's to the pump. Now the pump is actually in that plastic guy.
Okay, we'll pull that, set that aside. There. Aha!
Nice. Okay.
Bam.
So strainer off. and then the pump just slides right out. So as you guys can see, this is definitely something that is not overly complicated. You can nail it, just take your time, especially doing with all this fuel stuff, all plastic in here. So be careful of the tabs, don't press too hard.
Got our new fuel pump. And then do we need to reuse that? Okay, let's see how this is supposed to go in here.
So there's an O-ring sealing it. I think we do need that because it's taking up that extra slack. Typically you do want to replace those O-rings when you're doing fuel systems, but again, if the O-ring is fine, then it's probably fine.
That's pretty good.
And if the kit didn't give you one, then
yeah, there you go.
all right, it's on. Let's see how your O-ring is. It's a good rubbery O-ring right there. Looks great. It's not squared out, still feels very rubbery, not cracked. So that's good. So if these are smoked out, like if you're doing this probably your second or third time, probably you're gonna wanna replace this.
Okay.
Because if you don't, at some point, this is gonna be a cause of loss of fuel pressure.
And then that slides in there like that.
Yep.
The strainer will go in here and then into this. Although new strainers are a lot bigger than
So maybe it
the old
won't
ones,
actually
so-
go in there. It'll just go on the top.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's compare the old OEM strainer with the new part number strainer. So you want it to look like that. You can see it's significantly bigger. It looks like it's thicker. It's got more finer weave on the filter.
That should help.
A little silicone on there to help that get going.
The new strainer, it's just like the old one. It's just a little plastic press fit.
This is the part that I heard was a bitch. So we'll see. Oh wait,
Boom.
might need the
Yep,
spring.
hit the spring.
Bam, there we go.
Now we chose to have the O-ring on the fuel pump going back in.
Okay, I felt
We got
the clip.
One clip.
2, 3,
Clip.
and then I think we're all four. We're all good there.
Just that one.
And this guy.
Boom.
Okay, now this, you pulled this, so how does it seat in here?
Yep,
Right in
so
there,
that
right?
one, yep. Just boom. Pushed right in there.
Boom.
That guy's gonna go up to the door.
It's this little tiny,
Little C-clip on the spring side. One, yeah.
okay. All right, we're back on with that.
So we got the O-ring, so there's grooves for the O-ring.
Okay.
Dave decided to reuse the existing one. I think it looked pretty good. You guys use your own judgment. Harley will tell you you should replace every O-ring, every gasket, every single time. It's a pretty good rule of thumb. So use your best judgment. If you feel like I'd have better peace of mind just buying a new one, then buy a new one. This is just how we did it. Now we're just gonna fiddle this thing.
Back in.
And it's gonna be a little tighter because now that filter's on the outside. Yeah. Nice.
All right, and then this went this way, right?
So now we're just gonna line up the plate with the plastic guy into the tank. They definitely can get cross-threaded, so just thread them in by hand. Make sure they feel nice going on the way in before you just take a power tool or yank them in.
We got the door back on. It's time to put her back on.
Yeah, fuel pump is replaced. Let's see if we made it work.
So just everything that we did to take the tank off, do that in reverse to put the tank on.
Going back together, tank's on. So we just fed the check valve back through the frame down to back here.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hook that up last.
We got the red connector, the red plug that goes into the actual fuel sending unit. We got that plugged in first, got the tab pushed down so it's locked. Dave's gonna get the tank bolts going. So through those little holes right there, up into the tank on both sides.
Before we start doing tank bolts, let's connect the sending unit and then fire it up and just see what it
make
sounds
sure
like.
it primes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good idea. Yes. Before fitting everything back together, plug your electrical connections in and your fuel line. Make sure it turns on. That's a pro tip.
That's a pro tip right there, dude.
We're getting this front guy plugged back in. Come on. Sweet.
Yeah, let's go.
When the cord comes down, it's kind of at an angle.
Yep.
So I had to just get it straight and then boom.
Here we
Rear
go.
plug, front plug, fuel line should be good.
You ready? Should we put a little bit of gas in there?
Okay. A little weird sound, but also first time the fuel pump's primed.
Right.
Let's prime it a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, so on and off 2 to 3 times.
Okay, here we go. Nice and smooth, dude. That sounds good.
That's
Sounds
a good normal priming.
Yep.
Sweet. So first time sounded a little weird. Second time better. We also don't have a ton of gas in there, so
That sounds nice,
it
dude.
sounded great.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So far, so good, dude.
All right.
Sick. All right, get the rest of these bolts back in, and there you go. Pan America fuel pump replacement. Now just watch this video every time you need to do it, every 10,000 miles.
I'll be rewatching this video to remind myself I can do this.
All right, so putting the rear bolts on. That was really nice to not have to, to take this whole thing off. Because trying to fish that perfectly back on that bracket, that's much harder. Definitely a pro tip.
And it was totally right too. It made more clearance so that when we can get our hands up under there to do that, that made all the difference.
So really just, you need some Torx and a 10 mil and like you're good. You can do this whole job. And a flathead screwdriver, highly suggest learn how to do it yourself, because if you're gonna have to do this even every 15,000 miles, if you have this bike for that long, like the hardest part, I'll tell you, is just the plastic stuff in the tank. Because it's plastic. So don't manhandle it. Take your time, be smooth. You should be good.
Bob's your uncle, man.
And Bob's your uncle. And then make sure you comment down below
your
if
favorite
you guys,
Papa Roach song.
Your favorite Papa Roach song. Yeah. How's those bolts going back in? Pretty easy.
Oh yeah, dude, so easy.
All right, guys, and if you use this video to do your fuel pump, please let us know and give us some feedback. Let us know that the video was good, or if we could have filmed it in a different way. Just give us feedback. Let us know that you guys use this and it helped you. Let us know in the comments.
Do you remember this? If Buckner can do it, so can you.
Yep. Fuel pump is done. Dave's bike is ripping. All right, CROOKS Moto crew, fuel pump has been replaced on the Pan Am. Pretty easy.
It was surprisingly easier than the internet told me it was gonna be, so.
All right, guys, well, thanks for watching the video today. Be sure to follow Dave Buckner. I'll put his @ here. You guys already know him. He's been on the channel a bunch. A lot of cool stuff coming up this summer. So if you're not subscribed, you should stick around. Always some cool bike on the channel. And if you guys are Pan Am owners and have had issues of fuel pump stuff, hit us in the comments. Let other people know like symptoms or the problems you've heard, or if you guys have heard anything that maybe we don't know about. Spread the love. Let everybody know what's up. And if you use this video and it was helpful, be sure to drop a like. Stick around and subscribe. And thank you guys for checking out the video today. Let's go.